Hello everybody! It is week 38, which is crazy awesome. So I have to tell you guys that I am feeling really fantastic at the moment, which is great because pretty much this whole week I've been having either a mix of Braxton Hicks and real contractions and early labor, everything going crazy, which you guys should know because you've probably I've been daily updating. So, and Saturday night, Sunday morning was the worst. I thought that was it. I thought I was in labor. I thought I was in labor. I mean, I wasn't sure, but I was definitely like, okay, it was so bad. I didn't sleep. It was like 6-7 hours. Then it just kind of started to die out. So, what's funny is that now that I have hindsight, the gift of hindsight, of course, is that with Sophia, I was in labor for several days and didn't know it. And when I would feel sick with her, or when I was feeling all those Braxton Hicks that ended up, turning into real contractions with her, I just wrote it off because I was so ill with I had such severe preeclampsia, and I had reached a point with the preeclampsia where I was actually having, my liver wasn't working and kidneys issues, and so I thought that I just felt sick because of that. But now that I don't have those issues, I realize that I was just having early labor issues with her, and so it makes me think with him, I'm like, well, is that what's happening? The thing is though, is you can do this for a week or two before you actually go into labor, so I just don't get too excited about it, And actually today, this morning, I woke up and I was just having regular Braxton Hicks, like you guys, or cramps or whatever, regular, but they weren't that painful. They were just really regular, and they would kind of radiate to my back, and I was like, all right, I'll start timing them after a while, and then they died out. And actually, well, I shouldn't say they died out, it's just that they got less intense, even though they weren't that bad to begin with. So I've continued to have them throughout the day, but they've just been really nothing. They've been really like a true Braxton Hicks, which is just, slightly uncomfortable, tightening of the stomach, but not painful really. They're not radiating to my back, none of that stuff. So, that being said, yeah, I don't know, and I'm feeling fantastic right now. Like, I just feel fantastic. I'm in a really good mood. My feet are slightly puffy, but not horrible. It is 4th of July, so I'm wearing my red, white, and then blue, my whites here, and my star earrings, blue, and yeah, feeling good. So we have a barbecue, listen to me. We have a hot dog firework something party we were invited to tonight, but Kyle and I decided not to go. He didn't really think it was a good idea because, and I agree, definitely. Anytime I do anything, it seems like I start contracting pretty intensely. Anything at all. So I know you're probably like, well, don't you want to contract? Like, don't you want to do that, Courtney? Well, here's the thing. It's like, it's so weird. Like, okay, so I'm trying to, I want him to come on his own because like I said, in my last doctor's appointment, it looked like I was beginning to get preeclampsia again. So my doctor was concerned and blah, 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 blah. So I want him to come on his own before need to be induced. But I'm also not in a hurry for him to come, and I know that I'm contradicting myself. So, but it's weird how I feel. It's like part of me is like, yeah, come on, hurry up and happen, blah, blah. And then part of me is like, take your time, little one. So, I don't know. I'm kind of like torn. I will tell you guys, though, that I'm definitely getting excited to meet him. I keep thinking about holding him and seeing his little hands and seeing how much hair he has and, his little chunky baby face and smelling him. And I'm excited about nursing and getting really excited about all of that. So I would say on one aspect, I'm very ready. But in the other aspect, I'm kind of just like, I don't know. But regardless, ready or not, let me tell you guys, my body is definitely getting ready. It may still be another week or two. I may have to be induced before it happens, for medical reasons, hopefully not. But regardless, it is getting ready. Like right now, my stomach is rock hard. And it's just, it's just pretty consistent. Like this morning, I felt like my stomach was contracting more than it wasn't. It was just crazy. So, and what I tell Kyle, because I know every time some of this happens, especially the ones that were painful, Kyle's like, well, should we call the doctor, da da da. And I'm like, no, we're going to wait until we're sure, because I do not want to go to the hospital in early labor, get there, get checked in, have them say, yes, you're in labor, you're going to stay, end up, being monitored for 48 hours, and then nothing happening, and then them wanting to rush it, and then them wanting to do Pitocin because I'm not progressing as fast as they'd like, and then I don't want any of that. I want to, stay at home as long as possible, especially because like right now, whatever happened died out. So I will tell you guys, my mother was telling me the story about how when she was having me, I was way overdue. She was probably pretty ready to have me, and she actually went into labor pretty early. Like she had a long labor, not the active part, but the early labor. Long early labor. I feel for her, and kind of painful too. I mean, she had to deal with it. It wasn't even just some of what I've been having, and it was like more of the painful stuff. And it got regular and it got more intense, more intense, more intense the day before I was born. And finally she was like, okay, let's go to the doctor. So they go to the doctor, they get checked in, the hospital's like, yeah, you're in labor. And while she's there that night, the contractions all of a sudden start to stall out, and they end up going to like 20 minutes apart. And she was like, are you serious? Like, I've been laboring at home, I've been in pain, and they're stalling out, really? But anyway, regardless, she ended up like her water breaking, and then she had me that early that next morning. So even though her stalled out, she still ended up having me relatively soon. And her active labor part was not that long. And so anyway, I think I'm doing what she's doing. I think maybe that's like, I don't know if everybody does that or if it's just what I do. I know I'm not the only one though, because I'm watching another woman who's pregnant and we're due at the same time, and I feel bad for her because she's been in way more of an active state of labor than I have for like 4 days now, and I just feel for her because that's just can't be fun. And so anyway, yeah, so I definitely think I am in early labor. I think it's more than just Braxton Hicks. And it's like I told you guys with Sophia, I went to the hospital, didn't even know I was in labor. I thought maybe I was in labor, but I wasn't sure, and I got there and the nurses were like, you're totally in labor. So, yeah, and it is partially a denial thing, but also partially I'm just not in a hurry. Although I know, I've had several of my friends on here who are like, be careful though, because I wasn't in a hurry either, then all of a sudden, bam, there was a baby. So I don't want that to happen either. I'm just trying to be cool about it. So, I don't think I'm going to make it to that Wiggles concert. A couple of you were so awesome, you told me that Jeff, the Purple Wiggle, because he had a little heart issue and had to have minor heart surgery, and I was like, oh no, not Jeff, because he's, I was sad for this Wiggle, it stinks, but he's totally cool. They're not canceling the show, they're just going to use his understudy for next week, but I just don't think I'm going to get there. I don't, and I'm going to have to just be okay with that. They don't allow cameras in there, or video recording devices, or anything, so it's not even going to be possible to film Sophie's reaction, and I'm just going to have to be okay with that and enjoy the fact that, knowing that she's going to enjoy it. So, I don't know. But my doctor's appointment's tomorrow. Normally they're on Mondays, but today is 4th of July. Happy birthday, America! So my doctor's appointment's tomorrow instead, and I am going to bring my hospital bag because I have been having so many of those contractions in Braxton Hicks that I don't want to get my hopes up. And I'm not gonna let myself be upset if it's not if it hasn't. But if I go in there and she's like, oh my gosh, you're already 4 or something, you know what I mean? If something crazy happens, I want to be ready to just like go to the hospital. So I'm probably gonna just bring my bag with me. But I'm not really anticipating that. And so we'll see what happens there. Let me show you guys the belly. Oh, I totally just had a really, 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 really big burrito. So yeah, I'm even bigger than I would normally be. there's the belly. We didn't take pictures this morning, we forgot, so we'll take them tomorrow. And I think that's it. There's no other new symptoms. Like I said, my symptom right now, my new symptom is that I feel great. Like I'm such a good mood. I feel physically, I mean, obviously, you know, my feet hurt. I'm huge. I've got some pressure down below. I have to like roll out of bed like a turtle, like stuck on a shell. Of course, all of that's going on, but I still feel good. So that's awesome. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. And I'll continue my daily updating. Tomorrow, like I said, doctor's appointment, so we'll see. I hope my blood pressure's good. I hope everything's good. I haven't had any headaches. I haven't had any vision issues, and those are signs of high blood pressure. The only thing I'm having is I'm definitely retaining water really excessively, which can be normal, but I don't know. I just hope mine hasn't gone over that point, because I'm definitely starting to get, when I do retain the water, it's like you can like touch my skin and it leaves an indent. So I'm getting that starting to go on, that edema, and that worries me a little bit. I'm like, ugh. So drinking lots of water, eating lots of protein and other things like that to try to, you know, just keep myself healthy for the baby, taking my prenatal vitamin, you know, just doing what I can. And this is kind of my thing for tomorrow, is that if I go in there and she's like, you know, you haven't progressed anymore, your blood pressure's up, there's protein in your urine, you know, really think you're going to need to be induced, I am not going to freak out about it, because I'm just going to make the best out of it. And so, and if I go in there and hopefully hopefully she's like, whoa, you know, are 3 centimeters dilated now and you're 100% effaced or something crazy, and it would be awesome, right? So we'll see. But anyway, but like I said, Kyle and I are not going to that 4th of July party tonight. Although I guess I should, because maybe that'll do it. Apparently singing karaoke put me into labor, so. But Sophie's going. She's going to go with the grandparents, and Kyle and I are going to go on a double date with my parents, which may sound lame to some of you, but we actually get along with my parents. Like, we're all friends, so I'm looking forward to it. We're just going to go see a movie, because that way it's not anything really active, but it's a way for me to get out of the house, because I've been kind of stuck in the house since the karaoke night, which has only been 2 days, but still. Okay, so for all my American friends, happy 4th of July, yay, and alright, that's it for now. Bye everybody.